Hey y'all, I'm back. It's been a while. I'm trying this video to just hold the little mic because in the last video my voice was kind of muffled, and I've been testing to see what works differently, and I think that this sounds better. But again, like I've said before, I don't have any kind of professional equipment. I'm using my phone and a makeup little light that adds a little bit of brightness, and then I got these for $7 on Amazon. So we're just working with what we have right now until I figure stuff out. So anyways, I had some dental work done the beginning of March, so I couldn't really talk for about a week. So I've just been putting plans together for videos because I do enjoy doing this and making them. And so if you see the next like 2 to 3 videos me wearing the exact same thing, I don't just wear the same clothes over and over again. It's because I just filmed it all on the same day. So yeah. So today is March 16th, and I think I'm filming 3 videos tonight. Or just 2. I don't know yet, honestly, but we'll see. But this video is just going to be a quick little books that I read in February, and kind of not a full review of them, just a little what I rated it, what genre it is, kind of like I did when I did my January reads, because I'm still trying to figure out how I like to do this stuff. I also love to talk with my hands, and so me holding this might not go very well, but we're going to try it out. Also, I am going to try, because I suck at making a long video and then cutting it down into smaller ones, because for some reason, again, I'm not a professional, and so I use Canva for editing, which I love Canva. I do it for all my Instagram posts too, so I do love it. It's just a little hard to upload a very long video. So I'm going to try and do like 3 to 4 minutes per video, and then like break it up into sections of what I'm talking about. Like this first section, I'll do like the physical books that I read, and then Kindle books, and then the one audiobook that I read, so we'll listen to. So we'll see how that goes. We're gonna try that. So I don't know any kind of cool transition or anything. I'll probably play around on Canva and put some kind of transition in here going from this video to the next one, but for now I'm just whatever happens happens. I guess we'll find out. Okay, so first section, I'm going to do this just in the order that I read them, because that just makes the most sense in my brain. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start with the physical books that I read in the month of February. Hold on, I have little notes in front of me. I read 15 books total in the month of February, and 8 of them were physical books. Some of them were on my February TBR. I don't remember what exactly I picked to be on my February TBR out of my little jar, but this is what I read. So I talked about Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller in my last book, or in my last video. I liked it. I rated it 3 stars. It's a good young adult fantasy. I just didn't love it. I don't feel like I really do feel like if I had read this like middle school, high school, I probably would have liked it a lot more than I did. So I didn't hate it. I didn't, it's not speaking to me now, if that makes sense. I'm also in a big like sports romance, but also dark romance kick right now. So that could have had something to do with it, because it wasn't doing it for me. Next, I will rave about this book until the day I die. It is Beautiful Disaster by Jamie McGuire. I literally, I have the front part of my book taped together because it got damaged because of how much I freaking read this book. The movie that they made, I liked it. A little cringy, but also this book is really cringy. I also read this at a time I probably should not have read this the first time I read it. I read it like beginning of high school, middle of high school, something like that. But I loved it. I don't really know what else to say. It's YA romance. They meet in college, kind of enemies to lovers. They make a bet. I would read this before you watch the movie on Amazon Prime, but again, I will die on a hill. Or die on this hill. Whatever the saying is. Anyways, I love it. 5 stars every time I read it. I don't even know why it was in my jar to reread, but I'm not complaining. I think I read it once or twice a year now. Next, Spanish Love Deception. I rated it 3 stars. It's a contemporary romance, enemies to lovers. She needs a date for her sister's wedding. Yeah, you see how that goes. I liked it. It just, I don't know. I liked it, but it wasn't speaking to me. Then again, dark romance has been my thing for some reason this month or in February, and I think it all has to do with the next few books. God of Pain, Rena Kent, dark romance, very dark romance, 5 stars. This whole series is 5 stars if I'm being completely honest. This is book 2 in Legacy of Gods. I have no words other than I just really I loved it. Like I want to reread them right now, honestly. Like I just finished God of War last week and I loved it. But the thing is, like, this is also not the first series in like this world that Rena Kent has done, and for some reason this is just the first one that I read, so I kind of want to go and read the other ones, kind of like their parents, like their books. So I might do that instead of just like jumping into rereading these. Next, my all-time favorite of the entire Legacy of God series, God of Wrath. Jeremy. I was kicking and screaming and giggling the entire time that I read this one. I have no other words other than this is my new book boyfriend, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know what else to say. Like, God of Ruin, the next one, a little unhinged, but in a good way. I don't know how to say. Taking a Break from Legacy of Gods. A semi-definitive list of worst nightmares by Crystal Sutherland. I didn't hate it. YA romance. Kind of weird. I didn't really enjoy it, and I really don't remember what happened, if I'm being completely honest. This was also 2 weeks ago when I finished it, and I rated it 3 stars. Okay, last, back to Legacy of Gods. God of Fury. I don't read MM a lot, like mailman. I don't read those a lot. However, Brandon, Nico, like I don't know what else to say. The entire Legacy of God series, chef's kiss. So that's all for the physical books that I read. So we're gonna try a little transition here and see what happens while I move on to KU books that I read. All right, friends, we're back. I'm gonna switch leaning this way just because of how I'm looking at my little notes here. So, KU books. Of the 6 KU books that I read, 5 of them are Kenna King. I think that just kind of says how much I loved the Hawkeye hockey series. I finished it in the month of February, and now I want to reread it. All 9 of them. Don't want to read anything else except that and Legacy of Gods. Don't know why. Those are the ones I want to read right now. So, I'll try and put them right here like I have tried to do. First one, Dirty Score, 5 stars. It was the 5th book in the series. I actually just got a physical copy of it, and Lucky Score, which is the next one, is not available for paperback on Amazon right now. And then Tough Score, Perfect Score, and Wrong Score actually come in tomorrow. So I will have 8 of the 9 as a physical copy, and I'm very excited for that. But anyways, Dirty Score. She kind of has a bad past with him. He gets brought up from the farm team that feeds into like their NHL team. Love it. Kind of a little bit of tension going on, but he also tries to help her remember her dreams. He learns how to figure skate for her instead of just hockey skating. It's precious, and I love it. Lucky Score, the one that I can't order right now and I'm kind of sad about. Forced Proximity. She's a writer. She goes on vacation. She ends up stuck because of a storm. She ends up staying with him because she was supposed to stay there, but got scammed. And I'm not gonna spoil the rest. I'll just let y'all read it and find out because Miss Kenna King is amazing. Love her. Next is Tough Score. Probably one of my favorites. of this whole series. She's a trainer. She goes to live with her uncle for a little bit, falls for a player. He gets injured. She takes care of him. What else can you ask for? Perfect Score is the 8th one, and it's fake dating, kind of around Christmas time. It's cute. It's precious. Kind of wish I had read it during Christmas time instead of Valentine's, but it's okay. Lastly, Wrong Score was actually my favorite in the entire series. And it was an age gap kind of workplace tension going on with one of the reporters that is doing a story on the team and then the coach. And he thinks that she has nothing good to say or good to do about them. And he hates her and hates what she does. And she just swoops right in and steals his heart. And I love it. The last KU book I read, any surprise, Hockey Romance. It was Slapshot by Chelsea Curto. It is the 3rd book in the DC Star series, which I'll do the first 2 in another video I'm actually doing tonight, where I talk about kind of my favorite books of 2024, and the first 2 of that series were definitely my top 2 of mine. I'll explain later in the other, but they were on the list. Either way, I loved them. Anyways, this one, he needs a private chef. She loses her job because some big management corporation buys the restaurant she works at. She becomes his private chef. She has a daughter that has to be with her all the time. He accepts her. He also learns sign language for the daughter because she's deaf. Oh, I love it. Like, if he wanted to, he would. I really think that book is the definition of that. If he wanted to, he would. Period. I'm also delusional right now. It's like 10 o'clock at night, so I'm sorry. I'm a little wired right now. So we're going to try this little transition thingy. Talk about the last book that I read in February. Sorry, that was loud. But talk about the last book that I read in February. And yeah, we'll wrap this video up. And we are moving on to the very last one that I read for the month of February. It was actually an audiobook. I am not the biggest fan of audiobooks. I am picky with audiobooks I read. Most of the time, it's a book I've already read before, or it's like this one and it's an autobiography, because I love, like, either when the person is narrating it themselves or someone doesn't, like, with an accent that sounds like them, kind of like this one is. I feel like it's more authentic than thinking of it in my head, because let's be for real, I'm not good at making up accents in my head. Unless it's just a good old southern accent like what I'm doing right now, but that's just me. Anyways, so the audiobook for February was The Happiest Man on Earth by Eddie Yaku, something. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Jaku. Anyways, he was a survivor from Nazi concentration camp. He wrote this autobiography about his experience well into his, like, 90s, I think, is whenever he wrote it. And then it finally published. I don't remember if it was right before he passed or right after. But either way, the person that narrated it did a very good job, and I cried a few times. I tried to do, like, a chapter on my way to work and a chapter on my way back home from work, because I have a 40-minute drive to work. But sometimes I just wanted to listen to music. Either way, I tried to do at least a chapter a day until I finished it. I loved it. I cried. The book itself, I feel like everybody needs to read or listen to, because it has such a powerful message that even, like, everything that he went through, which, trust me, it was a lot of, like, he escaped and then he was taken back, escaped, taken back, like, so much torture, and watching his parents walk to their death basically because he got separated from them, being separated from his sister, finding one friend that he kept getting separated from and then rejoining with. Like, it was just a lot. And I loved it because he kept saying, like, at least I'm alive. That's all that matters. And he had such a good ending, and I'm very happy that I listened to this. I don't know who recommended it to me at all. I have absolutely no clue, but I am very happy that I read it. Well, listen to it. But I recommend everybody at least try it. Even if autobiographies aren't your thing, like, the whole message is that, like, no matter what you're going through, there's still a reason to be happy. And I just I love that. So, yeah. So that's it for my February reads. Just kind of a lot. I read 15 books in the month of February. So at the end of February, I was at 32 books total. But as I said before, today is March 16th. So I am at 38 right now, I think, as of today, because I finished one of the books that was on my list. So, yeah. Actually, I have my notes here somewhere. Yeah. No. Oh, I'm about to finish it. I'm like 80% through one of the books that was on my little March TBR little pulls from my jar. Wow. So, yeah, that's it for this video. I'm probably going to go walk around for a minute, put these books up, and then come back in like 10 minutes and film. What am I filming next? I don't remember. Oh, my top reads in 2024, which there's quite a bit of them. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed this. Keep in mind, I do not have any professional equipment, so I am a complete amateur and just trying my best because I love talking about books. So, yeah. If you don't follow me on Instagram yet, I do have a Bookstagram account I'll put right here. I'm trying to be very active on it and kind of talk about my book, like do more in-depth book reviews and everything. So if you want more in-depth on some of these books I talk about, you can go check them out there. And I'll be posting the February books soon. I just finished posting all the January ones. So, yeah, I hope everyone has a great week. And